I'm John Hinkle, the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church. First, let me start off by apologizing for not dropping a devotion this past Wednesday. As many of you know, Leela's uncle has passed away. He died several weeks ago, and Leela and I were in North Carolina kind of dealing with his estate. And I'll be honest with you, I just forgot. Just in the busyness of it all, I just forgot. So today is Friday, and I'm kind of finalizing things for my sermon, and we're going to talk about the good walk that leads us into the wilderness. Hopefully you're familiar with the story in Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 11, that soon after Jesus' baptism, he goes into the wilderness. Now, it's interesting. It's not the wilderness I want to talk to you about, but it is how First Presbyterian Church gets back to new normal. And as you can imagine, this has weighed heavily on my mind and on and with the session and with our new beginning task force, which will be meeting again this Saturday in the back parking lot of First Presbyterian Church as we try to navigate these waters. And throughout this time, I've been inundated with emails and reading from what other churches are doing and other presbyteries are suggesting, and it is just a lot of information. But the one thing we know we're not going to do is rush into this decision. We're going to take our time. Now, I've talked to some people who I'm close to, by the way, who say to me, well, let's just open up our churches and let's just worship. And you know what? God will take care of us. And we've heard this sentiment in with other churches and other ministers who have ignored the stay-at-home orders, for example, in Louisiana and some churches in Texas. I'm all for worship. I love worship. But you know what? Jesus answers this question, believe it or not, when he's in the wilderness. Let me read this to you. And you probably remember this. The devil took Jesus to the holy city and had him stand on the highest point of the temple. If you are the Son of God, he said, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and they will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. But Jesus answered him, it is also written, do not put the Lord your God to the test. To open up our sanctuary and worship like we did the last time we worshiped together would be doing just that. It would be putting God to the test. And there's no reason for this. So we would ask that you would continue to pray for us, the New Beginning Task Force session, as we use the wit and wisdom that God has given us to make this faithful decision. We will have a brief devotion tomorrow, and we will drop another front porch confession. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you soon.